Okay, before we get into anything, I'm just going to go over the calendar. So if you guys didn't see, I posted the October calendar. If you ever don't know where it is, you can put in the search bar. In our Facebook group, there's a search bar. So if you're looking for something, say it's a calendar, or maybe it's Success Club, or maybe it's something about Lift 4, you can always type it in the search bar in Bold Faith Moves, and then it will pull it up. But I'm going to go in our Google Drive and just open it. So October National Wake Up Call every single Monday at 11 o'clock. If you're not able to, I know a lot of you guys have jobs. If you are not able to get on live, then you can tune in and listen to it whenever you have time. There's a purple podcast button. My phone's stuck, but it's a purple podcast button. I think it's just says podcast on it. And you can download Team Beachbody Coach, and they will have all the recordings. The only thing about that is sometimes it takes a little longer. Usually it uploads by Tuesday, but I know there has been times where it doesn't upload even by Tuesday. So if you are someone that wants to make sure you listen to it on Monday, you can tune into Beachbody 411, and they have it live there. And you also, I don't know, personally, I like watching the person speak, if that sounds weird. But I like seeing the person speak on the National Wake Up Call because I feel like I connect with it better and I pay attention better. So just turn that on. It's usually half an hour. They always do rank advancements in the beginning. So if you want to skip over that part, you can always skip over that and go to whoever the guest speaker is. Chris Downing was the guest speaker from this week, but each week, National Wake Up Call is a way to grow your business, whether it's a trainer talking about a new program coming out, a CEO talking about a new launch, or it's a coach sharing what's working in their business, sharing how to invite, sharing how to connect, sharing how to rank advance, sharing how to run a successful group. All of those things are going to be things to move your business forward. And they're also a reminder that everyone that gets into this business starts out with self-doubt and fear and doesn't know if they can do this and doesn't know if they'll be successful. And when they start out, they don't have a big following. And like, I literally know 0 people in this business that started and had this like really good following. I'm sure there are people, but for the most part, when you join, you don't have a good following and you don't know how to run a business. It's your first time doing it. So National Wake Up Calls are huge to grow your business. Like I said, if you cannot get on Monday, I completely understand you guys have jobs, but tune in because it's a half an hour. Listen to it during a lunch break. Listen to it that week. If you don't have time during the week and your week is super busy, don't listen to it till that weekend, but make time and get that done. Tonight, obviously, team call. Prep week begins if you were running your challenge group at the same time that I run mine. Prep week will go for this whole entire week up until Sunday. I leave for Vegas on, it says Wednesday, but I actually am not leaving till Thursday morning, but I fly out at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I will be coming home on Sunday. I will have my phone on me. I will probably go live for you guys at some point during that, and you will be able to like be in contact with me, but it might take a little longer. Leadership is something that you guys can all qualify for. It is my second year going. It's in Vegas again this year, but basically what it is there are 2 conferences you can qualify for. The first one is New Leadership Conference, and that is in LA. And that is for, it used to be 2-star, but now it is Diamond and 1-star coaches. Once you're a Diamond and a 1-star coach, you can qualify. And then if you have a certain amount of elite points, you can get your hotel room paid for. So it's like a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday you go. I don't remember if I went on Thursday or not. The next conference that you can qualify for, and it's any coaches in the organization, is 5-star and above coaches. And you have to have a certain amount of points, again, to get your room paid for. And if you do that, then they pay for your room. All you pay for either one of those conferences is your plane ticket. So it's a fun weekend. It's a lot of training. All of you guys are able, you should be on your vision boards having New Leadership Conference, because that is the first one you want to get to. Once you get to New Leadership Conference, the next one you want to get to is this conference every year. So hopefully I learned a lot of stuff for you guys and can share that all with you. I'll be back Saturday. I fly out. I'm actually doing an overnight flight, so we're going to see how this goes because I'm flying with my son. So, and something that's cool about this, you guys, is when you go on these. Last year in Vegas, I was pregnant, but this year in Vegas, I'm going to have my baby, but there is 6 or 7 of us that are really, really close that are all part of Team Inspiration, which is like my grandma coach, Micah, and then we have Ashley Smith. So there are 6 or 7 of us, and 4 or 5 of us will have our babies, and we all had our babies within the last 4 months. So it's kind of cool because we'll be at a retreat kind of thing, a leadership retreat. We'll be in seminars with our babies. We'll still be working. We'll get to hang out with each other and get that community, but we also still get to be a mom. So it's definitely one of those perks of being your own boss, is that you can do these kind of things. So have that on your vision board, is to get to new leadership. And new leadership for all of you guys, it's not too late to qualify. It is in Pam already qualified for. Alex is pushing hard to get there, and any of you guys can qualify. So push, 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 because you have time, and it's not until February of 2019. And if you want more information on that, there's an FAQ. I can also give you guys more information. Next week on the 11th, I'm going to do another live webinar for those of you guys who were able to jump on last time. It is going to be basically similar to, it's going to be, I switched around like 2 or 3 slides, but it's going to be like the same thing. So I am trying to get it down to an hour. And basically what this is for a time for you guys to invite to the coaching opportunity and say, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm super excited about it. Have you ever considered it? And then when they say yeah, and you freak out and you're like, someone's interested, but I don't know what to say back. This is where you get to tell them, you get to jump on a call on Thursday. We'll do it at 9 o'clock. And you can learn all about it. I go over the trips that they can get. I go over income. I go over how we make money, the myths about coaching, all of that stuff. And there is nothing wrong with having them get on and learn from someone who made it full time. Because as a new coach starting off, you can tell them why you want to do this, and you can share your vision and your why with them. But it's also good for them to see what this business can potentially do. And it is also super, super important that you guys know what this business could do. So even if you are a coach and we get to next Thursday and you haven't invited anyone to the coaching opportunity, which I hope that's none of you guys, and I hope you all are inviting to the coaching opportunity. But if you get to the Thursday and you're like, oh, I didn't invite, still get on that webinar, because it's a reminder of what this business can do. And sometimes I think it's easy to forget all of the things that come with this business, especially as a brand new coach or as a coach that's kind of dabbling in the business, more of a hobby coach, because it's more than just being at home or leaving your job or having the freedom. There's tons of travel benefits and ways to improve your marriage and the community and all the different things that come with it. And like me and my husband, when we went to Punta Cana that year, we never would have been able to afford the trip that we went on. So you want to make sure that you know what this business can do for you, because when you're inviting to the coaching opportunity, if you think it's just only about one day leaving your job, you're missing out on so much more that can motivate you and can push you. And again, you'll have a link to it, and then you'll just jump on when those people jump on. And what I would recommend doing is get on if you have people on, and then afterwards send them a message, thank them for getting on, and find out if they have questions. That way they're working directly with you and you can answer any questions. On the 14th, 21st, and 28th, those are all Sundays. We are starting a 7 a.m. coffee chat. You can drink your coffee, you can drink hot tea. If you're drinking beer because it's football, whatever you need to be doing, just jump on. And it is at 7 o'clock in the morning. And I debated doing this for a long time because I'm like, oh, it's Sunday and I know people want to sleep, and I completely get it. But I also know if you want to grow a business and you want to change your life, it starts with your morning routine. And it starts with being the girl that's going to get out of bed on a Sunday and say, hey, I'm showing up for this because I want to grow my business. So they are going to be at 7 o'clock, and hopefully we see a lot of you guys on there. I will not have makeup on, clearly, because that's not my style. So don't think that you need to like get all done up for this call. It will just be a time for you guys to ask any questions. We're going to just talk about goals you're setting for the new week. If you're having any conversations that you don't know where to go next, you'll be able to talk about it. And it's a way for you guys just to also get to know each other and share what's working, because all of us can help each other and we all do things a little bit differently. So there's tons of different ways. That's why we even have tons of different power hours for you guys to do, because what might work for me for a power hour might not work for you. You might want to do it a way a different coach does it, which is totally fine. You just have to find what is going to be best for you. By the 15th, you want to hit Success Club 5. You should always make it your goal to hit Success Club 5 halfway through the month, because if you want to hit Success Club 5 by the 31st, okay, love you. My daughter's like, you're being too loud. She's trying to go to bed. I scream on these calls. If you want to hit Success Club by the end of the month, and that's your goal, is to help 3 people, I can tell you now that you're probably only going to help like 1 or 2 people, because your goal isn't big enough. And I know it's scary to be like, I want to hit Success Club 10, or I want to hit Success Club 20. But if you set this small little goal to just only help 3 people, then it's easy to fall short on your goals and feel defeated. But if you set a goal to hit Success Club 5 by the 15th, and you help 1 person or 2 people, you're already going to be ready to go by the end of the month to hit Success Club 5. But if you set it to hit Success Club 10 halfway through the month and you only get to 5, well, guess what? You already hit Success Club 5. So set bigger goals, because it pushes you more. And if you have a goal like on the 1st of only helping 3 people by the 31st, that gives you almost 4 weeks to really kind of like forget to check in with people and forget to invite people and just to start like living life. You have to have weekly goals. So set a monthly goal and then also set weekly goals. And I highly, highly recommend saying, hey, my monthly goal is going to be Success Club 10, and I'm going to try to hit Success Club 5 by the 15th, because that way you are pushing yourself more, you're working towards something, and it's not just only working towards the end of the month. We'll have our next team call on the 16th. And then the 20th is Super Saturday. For those of you guys who have never been to Super Saturday, basically what it is it is a way to get everyone together, all Beachbody coaches all around the US, Canada, and the UK. They have them all over. I posted a link the other day because I do not know where every location is. They have them in every state. If you need help finding one, go to that link, and I believe it's like where I posted the October calendar. If you have problems finding that link, just let me know. But Super Saturday is where you get together. They'll have Shakeology. They usually have Energize. Sometimes they'll have like little snacks. And then they have guest speakers, and they'll do different announcements. There's always a video that corporate does and puts together. So we all watch the same corporate video no matter where you're at. And then you'll learn from people that are at your specific location. What's really cool about this, you guys, is we have coaches all over the place. So if everyone's at Super Saturdays, we all get different takeaways and can come back and share it with the team, which is awesome, because again, we are going to all learn different ways and things are going to work differently for us. So the more that we can all learn as a team, the better our team will be. And also, even though it's Saturday the 20th, there are some locations that end up doing it on the 21st. So just make sure you know and plan ahead. It's also a good time to invite, like if you have any friends that are interested in coaching, or you've been talking to people about coaching, it's a good time for them to come check it out and kind of see what we're all about and be around the community. Most locations also will be doing a workout. There was only one time so far, I think I was at one where they didn't do it, but you should plan to do a workout. Some people wear workout clothes the entire time. That is totally me. And some people will get dressed up and wear like regular clothes and then change for the workout. So that's totally up to you. Proving Ground releases on the 22nd, which is a Monday. 24th is a team call with our upline. That is Ashley Smith's team call. I have to double check because I didn't put a time on there. I'm not sure. I think she does her calls at 8:30, but I'll double check that for you guys. And then the 29th is the live power hour. Basically what the live power hour is a way for you guys to hop on the 29th at 9 o'clock. All right, we did at 8 o'clock. And you go through and I give you literally 5 minutes to do an activity, 10 minutes to do an activity, another 5 minutes. And it shows you if you are really being on time with everything the way you're supposed to do a power hour, how much you can really get done in 1 hour. Because a lot of us, myself included, end up scrolling through Facebook or scrolling through Instagram, or you maybe start talking to someone and they're really interested and you spend a half an hour, 45 minutes talking to that person and you're like, okay, sweet, I just did a power hour. That's awesome. But you didn't do a power hour because you didn't connect with all different people. You didn't love on all different people. You only talked to that one person. So make sure during power hours that you really are sufficient with your time. And then also afterwards, you guys are always able. I know Krista, my coach, went on today, and this morning she did her power hour, and what she did was she just logs into the group and she went to post number 1. They're all labeled and it says on there what you're supposed to do and it will tell you how much time you have. And so she does it that way. So that way she knocks out the power hour staying on track, but it's not live. But that is on the 29th. And then to qualify for Emerald, it's the 31st at midnight. Do you guys have any questions about the October calendar? Let me just look at the chat. Yes, on everyone pushing. You guys, for real, NLC is so much fun in LA and you will have such a blast. You stay at a very nice hotel and you also get to go tour the corporate office, which is really cool because why not want to know what the company is all about? And it's really cool just to be there, and they have like someone who makes Shakeology, and you walk around and you see all the corporate reps and their energy. It's a lot of fun. So definitely push for that if you are someone who wants to grow your business and finish this year off super strong. Okay, then I wanted to go into how to use the Google Drive because I've been getting a lot of questions for this. When it comes to challenge groups, you guys you're more than welcome to complete your challenge group with all your own information and your own stuff. You do not have to do it the way that I'm going to show you. However, for those of you who don't have time to create a whole posting schedule or don't have time to find all the graphics and do all that, we have created that for you. What you do is you click on Bold Faith Moves, and that is going to be right here. Once you click on it, these are 4 different things at the top. So this is a 14-day New Coach University. But the 3 that you really need to know is 2018 calendars. If you ever don't know where a calendar is and you don't know if I posted it or something, you can log in here and we have the calendars all in here. This is where you'd find October and you can make a copy of it. 2018 Fit Club and then 2018 monthly challenge groups are both at the top, and they're at the top for easy access. What most of us are doing for challenge groups, and I'm kind of switching mine right now, but this is how it's been working, is once you get your challengers, so say you get 3, 5, 10 people, how many people you have, maybe you just have 2. You get them into a challenge group and you hold them accountable, right? Because that's how they're going to get the best results. So you would come to 2018 monthly calendars, click on it, and if you went to October, right here where it says October, this is going to be the posting schedule that you can use. So you can add a welcome video, and then it goes through. Happy Monday, here's day 1 of prep week. Every single month, this posting schedule, this specific one for a monthly challenge group, is going to be basically the same thing. So we don't switch it because that should be where all your new challengers are always going, so they haven't been in this group. The only time they'd be in this group for a second month is if you told them, hey, you have an option to go into my fit club or to do this group again. Say maybe someone like fell off and really just had a bad month and they want to redo it, then have them do it again, but let them know the posting schedule is going to be very similar because it's literally going to be the same thing. It has a prep week and it has AM posts and PM posts. So all you would do is copy this and then paste it. Basically, like the first Happy Monday, first day one of prep group, it's going over why are you doing this program? What's the reasons you want to improve your health and fitness? What do you hope to get out of this next month? What is going to be your word you focus on over the course of the month? Because we have them pick a word. PM post is all about personal development, and we give them all different options for personal development. As a coach, if you are not using one of these posting schedules, like I said, that is completely fine, but please, please make sure that you are bringing personal development into your groups and talking about it. There's tons of podcasts people can listen to. They can download things on Audible, but you guys, personal development, if you are not doing it all the time, you need to be doing it as a coach, but it's also something that can change so much about their life. So make sure that they know personal development is part of this. Tuesday, you talk about Beachbody on Demand. In the evening, there's a mindset post. And then the next day is all about nutrition. So basically, it preps them on everything they need to know to get started. One of the days you talk about Shakeology, and there's a few YouTube videos for them to watch. This is going really slow. And then it also gives them a day to catch up if they fell off, but it also gives them a Google Drive with tons of different meal plans for them as well. And then they would start. Saturday is something that we do. More meal plans. And then here we go on the first official day of your group. So that would have all of your posting schedule. What you would do now, though, when you come into the Google Drive. So I have this set in our Google Drive. You would come in, click File, and always make a copy. Do not edit. You shouldn't be able to edit it, but sometimes, I don't know what happens. We don't know what happens. Go in and it says make a copy. You would click on make a copy. Right here it's going to say name. It would say copy of October. You could switch it and put it in your Google Drive and just take copy of. And then I'll just save it. You'd press OK. And now once the new one pulls up and it says copy of October, this is the one you can edit. So just make sure that you do not start editing things. If you want to like switch things out, that's totally fine. But you need to make sure that you edit it on your own. If you get to one that says, there's some now that are at the top are going to say, if you are not Jessie, Ashley, Jenny, MK, or LA, do not even look at this copy. That's because we've been having a lot of issues with like copies getting edited because we put them together in the beginning of the month or at the end of the month. So we need to make sure that when we're putting them together, no one's editing them, and somehow it keeps happening. So if it says, don't look at this copy, that means like it's not meant meanly in any way. It just means don't look. Don't even open that copy. There's another copy that you should be seeing. I think that's basically it on how to make that copy. And then if you clicked on graphics, and here's where the copy went, just so you guys know, and you can see. If you clicked on graphics, these are the graphics. If you went into a monthly challenge group and there was only a posting schedule for that month with no graphics, that means we're just reusing the same graphics, because for this, we'll reuse some of the same graphics for a few months. This month, we did switch them. So these are brand new ones. Basically, it still has the same writing. It's just a different background because we were just getting bored of it. Then once someone does a full month with you, so they do their 21 days, they rock out, you use the posting schedule. After that, they have an option to go into your fit club, which would be where like I put all my challengers, or they could repeat the group. Like I said, if someone fell off, they might need to redo that group again, and that's okay. Just let them know, hey, it will be the same kind of posting schedule, but you fell off, so I know you missed a lot. Let's get you started on the right foot. When they go into the Fit Club, you would come click on here. This is the 2018 Fit Club. Here's all your months. If, for instance, if you went to October, we have a posting schedule right here, and then we have the graphics for your Fit Club right here. Now with a Fit Club, you are going to, it's a little less like, it's not less hands-on, but it's not as like specific as that first month of the challenge group, because that's really getting people started on the right foot, and then they go into the Fit Club. It has a posting schedule, and basically what we do in our Fit Club is focus on different things. So some months it's going to be pairing people up and you have a partner for a month. Some months, like this month, we know everyone's going to start eating tons of candy because it's Halloween, and who doesn't love candy? And if I could remember what I'm saying, November and December are also months where all the holidays are starting. So basically by the end of October, people are already thinking about the holidays, and it's already like parties and food and all of that stuff. And let me get in pants that I can fit in because I'm going to be eating a lot tonight. So all of that stuff starts happening in people's minds. So this month in the Fit Club, we're trying to really focus on nutrition and keeping food diaries. So tracking what you're eating and then posting it. The posting schedule would be right here. You would click on it, do the same exact thing. You would just do file, make a copy. It would ask you the name of it. You would do whatever and then click OK. And again, this has everything, and it's by day. So we'll say, here's Monday, here's Tuesday. And it sets them all up for that. Do you guys have any questions about that stuff?
Jesse?
Yes.
I was just going to say too, like next step, and I don't know if you do this or not, but once you've scheduled those posts for the like monthly challenge group, the next month when you go into my challenge tracker app, it makes it so easy because all you're doing then, so like for this month, can you guys hear me or is the TV really loud? Hold on a second. So if you go into your My Challenge Tracker app, and when you're in there, when you go to your posting library, if you go into your like scheduled post, there's a spot that says Post Library. If you click on that, it'll give you like drop down options of previous challenge groups that you've run. So once you do this posting schedule in there, it's so easy because literally it takes me like 5 minutes then for the next group, because all I do is go copy and post, copy and post, copy and post, copy and post, and it does the whole thing.
And I will make a video on how to set up a challenge group in the Challenge Tracker apps. If someone does not know how to do that, I can show you how to do that. I'll just make a separate video for that. But yeah, and you guys, these posting schedules are really just to help you guys so that your main focus as a coach is doing your vital behaviors and just inviting people into your groups. We don't want you to have to stress about creating a posting schedule and what to say and not knowing what to say. We want to take that away from you and make it as easy as possible for you. So that's really what this is. And then in our Google Drives, there's just tons of different stuff. So if you need coach resources or different challenge groups, am I being productive? Literally when you're bored one day or when you have extra time, go into the Google Drive and just click on some things and see. We have there's one for personal development, there's one for meal plans, how to do the power hours, there's Shakeology. We have a success club on how to hit success club. So look that stuff over because this is just information to help you guys. We do have a tax one when taxes come up, and different trainings, time management, all of that fun stuff. Just always, always, always make a copy so that we don't mess that all up. And I think that's basically it for the Google Drive. If you have any questions for me, it is tagged at the top of the team page, and you can download an app, and it literally looks right on the left-hand side where it says Drive and has a symbol. You can download that. And then there's one for Google Docs that I have as well. And I have one for PowerPoint as well. And if you wanted to create a new one, just so you guys know, all you would do is click new. And this is where you create a folder. Or if you were uploading, like say I needed to upload something, I would just click right here. There's like pictures or whatever I needed to upload is all right here. Okay. I'm gonna stop sharing that. Was there something else I needed to tell you guys about the Google Drive? I think that was it, right? No one has any other questions about Google Drive? Okay. If you guys think of anything, just let me know. Then the next thing I want to talk about, and before I start, I want you guys to know this is not meant to be harsh. It is meant to be a little bit of tough love for you guys, because I believe in all of you guys, and your coach believes in you. That's why they invited you to the opportunity. But here's the thing that I'm seeing a lot lately is that coaches are excited to start coaching, and you want to dream big, and you want to have that why. But then you go like a week or 2 weeks or maybe even 3 weeks where you don't invite, or you skip some days of sharing, and then you bounce back, and that's awesome. But you guys, if you want to build a business, you have to be consistent. And 3.5 years of coaching, I have done tons of things wrong in the business. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna put up a post that does horrible. I still do that, and I've been a coach for a while. You don't master it, but you have to show up, because if you don't, your business won't move forward. And if you just post every single day, that is awesome, and that's awesome that you're killing your journey. But if you are not inviting anyone into it, your business will not move forward. It would be awesome if we didn't have to invite and everyone just came to us and was like, I want to be on your team, and I want to be a part of this, and I want to be in your challenge group. Like, that would be really cool. But that's not what is going to happen. And the more that you are just consistent with what you're doing, sticking to your four vital behaviors is what I have done from day one. It's what all successful coaches do, and then continue to do in their business. There's some coaches that might have awesome graphics and all of that stuff, but at the end of the day, they're sticking to the 4 vital behaviors. Drink your shake, do your workout, share your journey, share the ups and downs. When you're like, I don't have anything to post in my Insta story, every day, if you're doing your workout, you should have something to post in your Insta story, because you should be able to talk about the workout you did. You should be able to put a clip in there. You should be able to share something that you ate healthy, and maybe you got ice cream that day, and you're going to share something that you ate that wasn't healthy because you're a real person, or maybe you went and had drinks. But those are the kind of things that you want to share. When I first started, you were supposed to post like 3 to 5 times a day, and there was no Insta story, there was no Facebook Messenger, or there was no Facebook stories. Now it's different, and you have a way for people to get to know you through your stories, but let them get to know you. So even doing little shots of what you're cooking for dinner, or your meal preps on Sunday, that is always something to share. Or maybe you're having a really crappy day, and you go on Pinterest and find a quote that is making you feel better, share that on your Insta story. There's so many simple things. Let them see who your family is. Let them see what kind of Starbucks drink you like to drink, or what sports your kids are in. Insta story and Facebook stories are a way for people to get to know you. But just like a clothing store, if you went and opened a store and they decided to work and be open for a month, and then the next month they took 2 days off, but then they opened again, and then a few days later they closed again for the day, you would stop going to that store, because there's no consistency, and you don't have time to go drive, get to the store, and find out it's closed. That's the same with this business, is people need to see the consistency. We all know Beachbody coaches that have come on, that have done it for a month or done it for 2 months and quit. Like every single one of us probably have known a Beachbody coach to do that. or maybe not even a Beachbody coach, but someone that went into sell candles or sell facial stuff or whatever. There's tons of different things you can go into. But they went on, they were excited, they were sharing this, they were running groups, and then they stopped and they never posted about it again. That's what people are expecting us to do. People are expecting us to fail, and people are expecting us to not succeed at this, and they're watching. And that's your perfect time to show them that you are going to succeed in this, that you aren't going to be someone who gives up. Even if you didn't help a single person in a month, if you were continuing to grow yourself and do your personal development and share and invite, that's amazing. And your business is going to grow. It might not, you might struggle really hard to start helping people for a few months, or you might have a really hard month. There is hard months in this business. And there's seasons that are better and there's seasons that are worse, just like any other business. It's not just always amazing every single day. A business owner has ups and downs, and you are a business owner. You are a CEO of the company. And I know you only spend $160 to get your challenge pack and you're a CEO and it doesn't feel like it. But if you are saying, I want to be a full-time coach, and you don't show up even one day, that is going to affect your business. If you're saying that you are wanting to leave your job one day, but you're not sending invites for a straight week, you're not going to be able to leave your job. And I want you guys to know this, because this business, I think we start to overthink it. At the end of the day, you do your 4 vitals and you invite people into your journey. You invite people to get healthy for the long run and to live a balanced life. And so when you're sharing that you're eating ice cream, you're not just sharing to like be annoying, and you're not just sharing because you have to, but you're sharing to that person who's sitting at home watching your Insta stories and very insecure in her own skin, who feels like she's tried every diet and it doesn't work, and that she can never get healthy because she doesn't have hours to spend at the gym or because she loves ice cream. You're sharing so that that girl knows she can still have ice cream and she can still get results, that she can still enjoy a night out with her friends. All of those things are what people need to see to understand that, like, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a Beachbody coach, but honestly, we have a solution to people being obese. We have a solution to people struggling with anxiety and struggling with depression. We have something that gets to change that. But if you don't share it and you don't let people see it, then you're not able to help anyone. You're not going to grow your business, but you're also not helping anyone. And that is where you're going to get the most satisfaction, is when you get those messages from people saying, hey, for instance, one of the girls in my challenge group right now, she was not able to, she was like, I'm not a morning person. So I don't do my workouts in the morning. I can't do my workouts in the morning. And I can't stick to a workout program. She has been off and on before. I think she even stopped at one point and then came back a few months later. But guess what? She doesn't skip morning workouts anymore, and she rocks her morning workouts, and she's consistent. But what would have happened if I stopped sharing on social media, and if I decided, you know what, this business isn't for me anymore, and I just completely stopped sharing about coaching and stopped sharing about my workouts? That person would lose the motivation that they had. They would lose the belief that someone had in them and the inspiration that you're giving them. So don't be a coach that is sharing for a few months and then like, okay, well, no, this isn't for me. Be the coach that shows people you're going to help them, regardless of if you're hitting Success Club 20, I don't care, or Success Club 1, or you're just rocking your life for a full month. I don't care if you don't help a single person, but if you are showing up on your social media every single day and you're letting people see you and you're inspiring them, you don't have to post 5 times a day anymore. And I wouldn't post 5 times a day anymore because I think that's a waste. I would post on your social media 1 to 2 times, and then I would be in your Insta stories probably 5 to 7 times. And again, that's a workout. That's sharing your shake, sharing your energize, talking to them about, hey, I'm going out to do this. Talking to them, taking a poll about what football team they're watching or what TV show they're watching or something super simple. Don't overthink it. It's just a way to get to know people, and your questions don't always need to be like, do you want to join my team or do you want to join my challenge group? because they aren't going to get to know you if that's all you're putting in your Insta stories or Facebook stories. When you're watching This Is Us, if you're not, you need to start watching it. But when you're watching that show, you should be able to put up a post and say, who's watching This Is Us? And then if they're not, then they're not your friend, because they need to be watching that. But you get to know them by doing those things. And then they get to know you as well. They get to know the things you like to do outside of just being a fitness coach. And share, it sounds stupid, but Carl, our CEO, shared this one time, and it like totally stuck in my head that when you're making your shake every day, if you share like one of the, not just share the Shakeology bottle. You'll rarely see me actually share something that says Shakeology. I'll like say it, but I don't usually share something that says like literally Shakeology. But I'll talk about what's in it. So talk about the ingredients that are in it. Talk about what it's doing for your hair or for your nails or for your digestive system. Whatever it is that it's doing for you, talk about those little things and share it. But also don't feel like, oh, well, I shared about my shake yesterday, so I can't today. Because what Carl said is you could share it that day, or you could have shared it for a straight week. And that one day that you didn't share about that shake you were drinking or the Energize you were drinking or that workout, that might have been the day that someone was on your Insta story and would have messaged you and asked you about it. And sometimes, like a lot of times, we see something one time and we're like, for instance, if you go on Amazon and you're like shopping for clothes or shopping for something, say you go on and you're like, oh, that's a cute dress, but you don't totally need it right now. You know, you probably shouldn't buy yourself another dress, whatever it is. You think about it and you put it in your cart. They have that save cart thing for a reason, so that you put it there. And then you keep thinking about it, and it's always there, like staring you in the face when you log into your Amazon account. So the chances are eventually you're gonna buy that dress. Same with our Insta stories. If you're constantly sharing about how much you're loving your workouts and about that shake you're drinking and all the different benefits, they're gonna think about, oh, maybe I should do that. Or maybe I need a shake, because something I share about all the time is I'm always late. So having a shake, I can run out the door when I'm like trying to grab my child and get the other one ready for school and get out the door. Having a shake works. And I continue to share about how easy it is to grab and go. Well, someone one time might see that story and it might not relate to them at all, or they might think like, oh, that'd be so nice. But then the next day when they're running late and they see that, they're gonna think of that again. And then again and again and again. And it might take 5 times or 10 times or 15 times for them to see it, but eventually they're gonna want to do it if there's someone who's always late and needs something that's easy and on the go. So that's why you share, and make sure when you are sharing that you don't feel like, oh, well, I shared about my shake that day, so I can't again, because you definitely continue to share about all of those things. Share about the Energize you're drinking. Share what's in the Energize you're drinking and why you like it. And another thing, if you get any, I'm not a huge shopper, but it's very good for your business. If you're able to share, like if I get stuff from Amazon, or I did like the Cup She bathing suits throughout the summer, I would share those on my Insta stories and let people like tell me, did they like this suit or that suit? Because I don't know if any of you guys are like me, but I actually have a really hard time deciding on things like that anyways. And so I like to actually see like, is this ugly or is it not? Because I'm not someone who's really good with fashion. But also you're tagging a company, you're letting this company know, and then you can, same with food, tag the restaurants you're at. And you can, say you ate at Chipotle one day, tag Chipotle. And then something I'll do is go look at Chipotle on Instagram and see who else was tagging that same location that day. And I'll find people on Instagram just because they ate at the same restaurant I did. And that's like a super easy way to connect with them. But own your business. If you want to be successful in this business, then own it. Don't have a day that you're like, oh, I'm not going to show up. Krista, I think, is now on Chandler. Krista Chandler is driving, but she said, and she had listened to a podcast, I think, that told her this, but when she's at work right now, she's a server, and she's like, when I have that little break at work, I'm responding to messages or I'm sending invites, where before I used to sit in the back and gossip with everyone. And that's what you do. Find those little cracks of the day where you have 10 minutes and power out whatever you need to do, because it will help your business grow. But if you use, you guys all have time, like for real. I know we all have jobs. I had 2 jobs. I had a kid. I was moving and I made it work, not because I was this awesome person, but because I was just like you and was like, I need to get out of the life that I'm living and I need to make huge changes now. Like, I didn't want to be someone that just tried something and failed, because I've failed at a lot of stuff in life. But I also wanted to just do something that really changed my life. And if you go all in, it's going to change your life, but you can't move forward without inviting and being successful. Do all of you guys know what the peanut butter and jelly is? Okay, hold on. I'm going to screen share really fast. We might have to go on our team page because I don't know where. Oh, perfect. Okay, so for instance, this was on the National Wake Up Call, and this to me was like the easiest thing, especially when you are busy and you don't have time. But even if you send 3 of these a day, you guys, you are going to move your business forward. And I swear, like, I know this 100%. If you send 3 of these every single day and you do your vital behaviors, you're going to be hitting Success Club. You are going to be growing your coaching team, and you're going to be growing the business. So first, peanut butter and jelly. It's just an invite technique for adding coaches. And this is how she pieces it together. And I felt like this was such an easy way to like put it in your head. First piece of bread. And she writes, thank the person you're trying to invite for liking your post, watching your stories. So her example, hey girl, you are awesome. Thank you so much for liking my fitness post yesterday. Your support means the world. Sometimes I get so nervous when posting about blank. So maybe you put up a transformation and they liked it. You could say, hey, your support means the world. Sometimes I get so nervous about posting my transformation. It's a way to relate to them, and you always want to start with thanking them. I will thank people who are watching my Insta stories and say, hey, thank you so much for following along on my Insta stories every day. It means a lot to me. I see that you're a mom with a child, with a little baby the same age as mine. And then start the conversation that way. It goes to peanut butter. You give a compliment, check out their account, and talk to them about it. So before I send that message, I always look at the person's account. 1, I want to know if there's someone that is like me. I want to know if it's someone that I would connect with. Because if not, then I don't need to send that message. 2, I want them to know that I am looking at their stuff. So I want to know, are they a mom? Are they a bartender, a server, or a teacher? Do they have an office job? I want to try to know that person before I send that message, so that if they know, it's not just a generic message and that I looked at their page. Her example that she gave, I just have to say your food pics on Instagram are incredible. How the heck do you get the lighting so great? I totally struggle with that. For instance, though, if you are someone who has awesome lighting in your pictures and you send that to someone, they're going to know that that's like a pretty weird message. So don't send it to someone if they have like a really dark food picture and be like, yes, that's so awesome. It's so bright. And they're like, okay, you're an idiot. But know who you're talking to. Again, you're looking at their Instagram. You're talking to them about their Instagram. The jelly is invite them to join you. Have you ever thought about being a virtual health coach like I do? And then second piece of bread, give them an out. If not, no worries at all. I just think you'd be freaking amazing at it. I definitely plan to continue supporting the heck out of you on social media. Have the best day, and thanks again for the support. Super, super easy. And if you guys send 3 of those a day, you're going to see success from it. So don't overthink it. It's very easy, even when you're busy. And that literally in a 10-minute crack, maybe during your lunch, or maybe you have 10 minutes at work, whatever it is, that is when you can shoot those messages out and send 3 of those. Maybe you don't have time to send 15, that's totally fine, but do something that moves your business forward every single day. before you go to bed, you should always ask yourself, if you are really serious about this business, about being successful, about leaving your job, or about matching your income or paying off debt or whatever this specific business is to you, then ask yourself at the end of the day, what did I do to move my business forward? Talking to coaches is awesome. Doing your workout is awesome. Drinking your shake is awesome. Doing your personal development. All of those things are awesome, and working with your challengers. But if you leave out inviting, your business does not move forward. And it's that simple. You have to invite people in, because it's scary for people. They don't know if they would be good at it. And even for all of us on this call, I'm pretty sure all of us had self-doubt that we would be a good coach, or why would someone want to learn from me because I don't have this great following, or I don't have six-pack abs, or I don't know everything. We all have felt that way. And even still, 3.5 years into coaching, there's days where I feel that way. That's where personal development comes in. And that's where you boost yourself and you talk to your team and you keep continuing to believe in yourself, because you won't get results in your fitness journey if you're telling yourself that you can't eat clean or that you can't stick to a program. If that's what you say every day, then guess what? You're not going to stick to that program. Same with this business. If you're telling yourself, well, that's awesome that she was able to do it, but I'm never going to be able to do it, you're not going to do it, because you're putting that in your head. You really have to start putting in your head that you are going to leave your job, and write that date down on paper, and every single morning read that so that you see it, so that you know what you're working towards every single day. Because if you continue to do that, you will reach that goal when you want to reach it. Do you guys have any questions, comments, anything on any of the stuff we talked about?
Yes. It's Krista. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I'm driving in the car and I'm trying not to die. But I'll have you safely down my steering wheel, so don't freak out, Jess. But I just wanted to say one thing really quick, and I know it's probably gonna wrap up, so I'm gonna try not to babble because I'm good at that. But I just want to say I signed up as a coach back in January, and I made a post about it the other day where I fell off my business so many times, and I started Insanity Max I think legitly 4 times, and this is the first time that I've actually stopped and was like, Krista, stop. If you want this, go get it. And for the past 2 weeks, I think I'm on my 3rd week of my program right now, I've woken up every single morning. If I did not have a new follower, if I did not have somebody new watching my story, I made it a commitment to myself that I was going to do that to make sure that those things happen for me every single day. And within a week, I have gotten 4 discount coaches, not to my own horn, but it's because I'm waking up every single morning and I'm deciding that this is what I want to do. I want to stay home, and I'm not going to let anyone else tell me anything different. And I'm going to wake up and I'm going to tell stories, and I'm going to be 100% authentically myself, because who wants to build a business with people who don't like them? No one. Those people from high school are not paying your bills. They're not telling you that it doesn't matter what any of those people who were in your past think of you. You want to be 100% yourself and build your business from the ground yourself up. And if you want it, go get it. And I highly, highly, highly recommend setting notifications on your phone. I have 5 a day that go off. I have one that goes off at 7 o'clock at night at dinner to tell me to look at my life and be grateful for it. So when life is crazy, I'm looking at it saying, I'm so grateful for this life. If I could be home every day, this is what I want. One that tells me I'm awesome. I know it sounds crazy, but I repeat them out loud when they go off. One that says I'm going to be diamond. And one that says I will provide an income from home. And I repeat those words over and over and over to myself every single day. And I've started to notice that I'm I might not be able to do that. But I correct myself and say, no, I will be able to do that. I don't know when, but I will. So that was my I wanted to rant for just a second. So you guys got this. And one more thing. When you post a story on your Instagram and you sit there and think, oh my God, people are going to think that I'm weird. I heard this on a podcast the other day. She said, your post may not be for everyone, but it's for someone. And every single time I question myself about posting something, I know that something I'm thinking is helping that one woman out there somewhere watching my story. So think about those other people who do not have that voice that Can't hear you, Jess. It might just be me. Never mind.
Here's a perfect example of being able to say she wanted this business and then she wanted to stick to a program and she wants to leave her job, but she wasn't doing the power hours and she wasn't showing up for her workouts. And guess what? She wasn't helping anyone and she wasn't signing up any coaches and growing her team and she wasn't feeling good about it. But once she started doing that, and literally in the last few weeks, she has been so consistent about showing up every single day. She doesn't skip a power hour. She doesn't skip her workout. She all of a sudden, I mean, she has right now in the last like 2 weeks signed up 5 coaches. Not because she sat on her butt and was like, I wish that I was a diamond. Not because she set phone alarms to go off on her phone and say that she's a diamond, but that helped remind her to do her work and to show up. And she did that continuously and she's still doing it. And that's why her business is moving forward. So no matter if you're someone on this call that you're like, oh, well, I sit back and I definitely don't do my power hours or whatever, it's not too late to start. You just have to want it and you have to want to change your life. And once you start doing power hours, your business will grow. No matter who you are, no matter what you look like, your business will grow if you are consistent in doing power hours. Cool.
I have like a really quick thing. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So at the beginning of this month, I signed up a coach. She was actually on this call earlier, but she already had an existing Beachbody On Demand account. And I actually saw that Monica like sent through the group chat today, like asking the same kind of question. So she was already a Beachbody member, and she didn't have the money to buy all of the shakes, but she wanted to do the starter kit. So I sent her a coach cart that comes with the business starter kit. And I also sent her a sample packet of the shakes and of the Energize so that she can get started drinking that stuff. And then like 4 days later, she was like, okay, now I have the money to buy my shakes. So I called Coach Relations and she also wanted to do the Lift 4 program. So she would have to add on, I tried to add on like a completion packet. We talked about this briefly too, but I tried to add her a completion packet on, but it wouldn't allow me to. So she called Coach Relations and they like converted her challenge pack to Lift 4. And I sent her a separate coach cart with the shakes on auto ship, but it wasn't connected with the challenge pack. But she got it converted. But I didn't get points for her on my Success Club list. Does that make sense?
Yes. If she was signed up as a coach first, you cannot get Success Club points for that. Or if someone signs up as a coach, right? Pam, is Pam listening? Hold on, let me double check. Hey Pam.
Yeah.
So if someone signed up as a coach, they can't get. You don't get Success Club points, right? If they didn't order the challenge pack when they signed up for as a coach.
I believe that's correct. Yeah.
That was the rule.
Because you don't earn Success Club points. Like if one of my coaches now just wanted to buy a challenge pack because they fell off the wagon or whatever, I wouldn't get Success Club points for them unless they were no longer a coach.
So she wasn't, I'm sorry, my internet went out, of course, whenever I needed the answer to that. So she wasn't a previous coach. She had just done, like she ordered Insanity. Like, so she was a Beachbody On Demand. I don't think she was a discount coach.
So when they switched her over from the coach kit, to a challenge pack? Did they switch it and put it all together in one?
I don't know if they did a conversion. So I called Coach Relations first to see what to tell her, and they told me to tell her to call back and do a conversion pack. And they would convert her existing Beachbody On Demand for the Lift 4 challenge pack, Beachbody On Demand. So she still hasn't even gotten her like resistance bands and stuff in the mail for the Lift 4, but she paid for like a whole new challenge pack. And she did the like her volume on my team is like 240.
Okay, so what we're gonna have to do, because I am gonna have to ask my corporate rep on this because I don't know.
Okay.
It used to be that if once someone signed up as a coach, they were not even allowed to order a challenge pack, like you weren't able to. Now, and you could never get Success Club points for someone once they were a coach. It was only if they signed up with the challenge pack as a coach, then you could get Success Club points. Otherwise, you didn't get them. Now I know if like a customer doesn't order for a while, like 6 months. I don't think anything's changed. However, if they converted her and put the kit and the challenge pack together, then you should have gotten challenge pack, or you should have gotten Success Club points. But
Okay.
I have to ask my corporate rep. So let me message my corporate rep and find out, because if they converted that and put that together, then there's no reason you shouldn't have gotten Success Club points. But if
Okay.
they kept it separate, then you won't get Success Club points, because once someone signed up as a coach, you cannot get Success Club points from them. Even if they weren't drinking Shakeology and or doing anything, once they're signed up as a coach, they're a coach, and the only thing that you will get from them is volume, but you do not get Success Club points.
So, okay, so I sent the original like coach cart with the samples, and then I sent a second coach cart. So she got like 2 business starter kits, and the second one just had the shakes on it, like the auto ship shakes, and then the first one just had the samples.
So did she pay for the kit?
She paid, yeah. They're refunding her the first challenge or the first starter kit, and then they converted her to the Lift 4 package.
Okay, so then you should probably be able to get 2 Success Club points.
But that was at the beginning of this month, and I sent a message out the other day that I'm just waiting to see what my Success Club stuff says, and it only has me at 4 points, but with her I would be at 6. But like weeks ago.
I'll message my corporate rep tonight. I know she won't get back to me until tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll message her, and then also with situations like that, if there's ever something like Success Club can take a few minutes or like a few days to register. If it ever is taking longer than a week, let me know, because I have a separate Star Diamond 5-star and above line that I can call, and I can ask for things to be expedited. So I can ask for them to speed processes up. If it's like something where this happened in the beginning of the month and it still hasn't been fixed, obviously it's something that I can call and say what's going on, and it's because they might not know what's going on.
Okay.
So I'll message her and then I'll let you know. But if they canceled her first one, then she should be fine. You should be able to get those Success Club points.
Okay. And even though it's October now, will that roll back on September?
Yes, they'll have to backdate it back to September.
Okay. Okay.
Awesome. All right, you guys, we are getting off. Tomorrow, all of you guys send, and we're doing an October challenge. It's in the group. The posts are at 6 o'clock in the morning, so they're up hopefully early enough for all of you guys. But make sure that if you want to grow your business, that's also an easy way. Read those posts, and it gives you what you should post about. Okay? All right. Believe in yourself, because you guys can all do this. Bye, guys.